we have so many people that are showing up in their 50s with so much work. And that somehow has become a standard somewhere. But it's not the standard everywhere.
No, I go to Ohio.
I was just going to say, I was just in my hometown a couple days ago, and I'm like, I'm looking good. Like, bring my shit on. I have so much to talk about. So we'll continue what we started downstairs where you were saying.
You just drive it.
Well, I will.
Or whatever.
But I want to know, is there anything you need to promote?
You're just like, I will. No. The thing that I have to promote is that I'm doing this animated series for HBO and Adult Swim that my good friends from the Groundlings wrote and are executive producing, and I've known them for 30 years.
That's awesome.
And the people that are in it are like people that I was coming up with. So it's like myself and Will Forte and Jim Rash, and we have Wendy McClendon Covey, Emily Spivey, all these
fun
people that we didn't know in the late 90s, early 2000s, that we were gonna, we were just idiots. We were just idiots trying to like be actors and just making each other laugh.
And now here you are.
Yeah.
30 years later.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Living the dream. In this crazy town right now.
It is a crazy town. Bert said this not long ago. I think it's a really interesting perspective. It's when we grew up, you dreamed of coming to Hollywood. Like there was a physical location you could put your dream.
Yeah.
And now that location is kind of disappearing. And so where do you place your dream now when you're a young kid? Is it in your basement for YouTube?
Well, isn't that crazy? Because my kids, 9 and 7, Henry has said that. Henry's like, I want to be a YouTuber. And it's almost like I've clutched my pearls. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then I have to be like, well, that exists.
It does.
How do I never want to, you never want to squash your kids' dreams. You want to guide them or whatever. But I know it's true. And last night I had a friend who did a short film that was 20 minutes long, basically a pilot. And with our friends that we've worked with for years, and they were like, we just want to make something.
Mm-hmm.
So we just did it.
You can today.
Yes.
You can just make it.
Yeah.
Whatever you want and no rules.
Yeah. And the thing that Nathan Hope, he's great. He and his wife, Maureen, and I love them. And he was saying, we did it because we just wanted to make something here in LA with our friends here. And he said to this like theater full of people, he was like, there's so many people in Los Angeles right now. Mm-hmm. Writers, directors, prop people, electricians, wardrobe people that need work because we did all move here.
You did.
And then, but then the younger generation of like, I know you guys know King Batch and Hannah Stockton, all those guys that 25 million followers on YouTube.
Yeah, crazy.
They did, a lot of those guys didn't go to like theater school.
No.
They didn't train to become actors.
No. A lot of them. They just had an idea, executed on it, and people resonated with it.
Exactly.
And that's as simple as that. And I mean that as a compliment. It's very simple. They just were authentically, whatever their path was, that's what they did. And that is what people resonate with.
Yeah.
It is an interesting, it's an interesting thing to contemplate. I think about music too. How music had a build and a path. And that has changed so much. All of the arts really have changed so much that I think it's great.
Yeah.
And also really bad.
Yeah.
Because the longevity, I was just reading something yesterday about when you put out an album, a CD back 30 years ago, that's how we listened to music. There was no streamers. You had to go to the store.
Yeah.
And buy or join Columbia Records and they would mail you a CD or a cassette tape. And you typically listened to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right? Because you put the CD in your car and you push play and then you drive and you're listening to track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all tracks.
And back in the day too, we didn't skip ahead.
No. We listened to the whole album.
We listened to the whole album. I know.
So now people are looking for a hit. They don't have to make an album.
Yeah. I heard my friend on another podcast, ironically enough, saying it's like you wouldn't, it's like starting a CD, right? And you skip to like track 7. He goes, you wouldn't start the movie in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
And that made so much sense to me because like everything is just so, somebody was saying to me, it all has to live in a 30-second span.
Yeah.
On a phone.
Yeah. It's getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter.
And I know, but just the very act of having to plan, to read in the newspaper, or I don't know, in a magazine that this record's coming out.
Yeah.
You had to physically read it.
Yep.
Then you had to physically save money, cash.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had to get in a car, drive there, see people, make conversation in the store.
See people is so true.
Get buy other, maybe see a different CD, get in your car, get home. It's skipping.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck.
Yes.
I have to go back and do that whole thing. Now, I mean, just like we were really getting deep fast, Leanne.
I know, right?
And we want to talk about menopause. But just the fact that we don't have to do shit anymore.
No, we don't. What scares me the most, especially about this community in Hollywood, is exactly that. Community is not existent. Those of us who are our age, and maybe even 10 years younger, I'm 55.
Yeah.
There's definitely a community of people that you relied on, that you talked to, that were all connected.
Yeah.
And it was like going to church, right?
Yeah.
You see all your people.
Yes.
And now that still happens in the world of comedy because of live comedy at the Comedy Store, the Improv.
I was just going to say that's the only place.
Yeah, I think so.
That you can't go get that experience and live theater.
Mm-hmm. And live theater,
like Broadway picked up because of that, but it's also not doing well either.
No. It's the attention span, I think.
I know.
It's so crazy.
Well, and you have older kids. Ava. Oh, no, Ava. Ava played your daughter.
Yes. Georgia and Isla are their names.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're 21 and 19.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know that. Because I like you a lot. But Bert, but just completely off topic. Ava, weirdly, plays my daughter.
What?
In this, and I didn't realize it, in the animated series that I'm doing for HBO, Keeping Up with the Joneses, with all of these ground lease people. She plays my daughter and Hugh Davidson, who's executive. She plays our daughter, and she's fucking brilliant.
Brilliant.
She's literally playing a 12-year-old.
Wow.
And it's like, it's time. And then I remember hearing her voice in the promos. I was like, oh my God. That's her.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
In every way. She's a lovely person. Her mom is great. I met her dad a couple times, but I spent a lot of time with her mom. Wonderful person.
That's everything, though.
Yeah.
Like the parents with a child actor.
Yeah. Mom's great.
How old is she in real life?
I think she's 15.
Yeah.
Maybe 16 by now. But she's just a killer. She's a professional.
Yeah.
She had a lot of depth in her role as Georgia. I felt like she had a lot of depth. She understood kind of the drama that was happening with Dad and with her. She was just great. Can't say enough good things about everyone in our cast. I don't have one bad apple in that whole cast. Not that I would talk about them if there was one, but there really was not.
Like, tell me who really sucked.
Except that one guy. No, this one guy. We won't say his name, but no, everybody was so great. We got really lucky.
Yeah.
It's so cool to have that kind of community. And it's sad to see it kind of changing. I don't know if I don't want to say going away. That feels hopeless, but that's definitely changing. It's weird.
Well, I did Lucifer and Suits, and then so I had a good run with both those shows, and I did a film and then another series after that. And then it got really quiet. it's been really quiet for 2 years, 2 or more years, and horrifying.
Yeah.
Honestly, like scary. But the weird thing is that now that we're kind of on the other side of it, and I have other projects and other like independent films that I'm grateful that I got to work on. The thing that it taught me, and you didn't ask.
Oh, I want to know. Please. I love that.
But the thing that's been so scary about it was that you go through your mind and you're like, okay, do I pivot? Do I become a realtor? Do I move back to Ohio with I would not do that. My brother, if he heard it right now, he'd be like, yeah, that you would never have said that.
Who
Don't
do you
say
think you're
that
talking
in
to?
this interview.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do I do to support my kids and myself? And then I just realized, I love what I get to do. And the way that I started was I would do it for free.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing it for free.
Right.
And so it kind of reinvigorated my willingness, or my commitment to just working very hard and saying, I'm game for anything. If anything, that's shifted sort of like this, I'm still in awe every time I get to walk onto a set and I get to create with people. Like I just did this really fun thing. Have you seen the VH1 dates?
No.
Like, oh my God, where they go back and they show films from people putting themselves on tape for a dating service. Like,
oh yes.
In the 90s.
Yes.
Okay. So those guys are genius. And in the beginning we thought, these are real tapes. They're not.
What?
No, they're not real tapes.
They're not real?
No,
I totally thought they were real.
Oh my God, I can't wait for them to see this.
Yeah, I 100% thought they were real.
Man.
And I was like, who says that and thinks that some guy's going to go, she's for me?
I know.
What?
I know. And that's what's insane is that they're all actors.
I love it.
And that they're all comedic actors around Los Angeles, I think, or maybe there's some in Vancouver or whatever. But a bunch of my friends from the Groundlings did it. And I had said to them, I want to do it. And they said, well, you're too recognizable. Yeah. We want people that, and honest to God, it felt like I was, Sally Field in Soap Dish, which is a really crazy old reference.
One of my favorite movies.
Oh my God, where she goes to the mall. I was like, oh my God.
I think it's time for a trip to Paramus.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I say that to Bert all the time.
Man.
All the time. When he is like, let's go take a walk through the mall. I'm like, we're going to Paramus. Here we go.
The best. I know. That's what I felt like when they were like, you're too recognizable for that. I was like, oh my God, thank you. I needed to hear that during this very, in the darkness of my despair that I will never work again, which is very true. Like at night when you're just like, oh my God, am I going to be a mother the rest of my life?
Yeah.
And I know that sounds.
No, that you mean only that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean only that.
Only that, because I'm not that.
No, you're not only that.
No. But that's what you, and then you feel like shit because you're like, I love my kids, but then it's, then you're very honest with yourself. Like, you have so much more to give and do. And it's a lot, but the slowdown also was so great with the boys because, you guys touch on this in Free Bert, but it's like you don't until you actually can't do what you have to do and you have to slow down and be with your kids. It's like I was flying all over the place when they were little. And just to actually sit down and be grounded and just
as a gift,
be still.
Yeah.
And then they're like, it's I'm so grateful for that. So if there's like, I really had to work at what I was grateful for, just to be totally honest.
I understand.
Oof.
I understand.
And it was,
are you fascinated by,
it was great.
I'm fascinated by the number of transitions that happen in your life. And you think you get to a certain age and they're going to stop. And then all of a sudden you're like, hold the phone. I am reinventing myself again.
Yeah.
I thought I was kind of done.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're faced with, even just menopause where you have to reinvent yourself from a very biological, your body's reinventing itself biologically, like it or not.
Yeah.
And then professionally, and then when you become an empty nester, you have to reinvent yourself.
I mean, God help me that I'm alive.
It's going to be, you'll be alive.
I'm 58 though with a 9 and a.
You'll be alive.
I know, but I feel like, but the great thing about that though with menopause is that I just started not going crazy because at first I'm always like, oh God, I can't do the weighted vest.
No.
I can't.
No can do.
No, but I lift weights.
Do you draw the line at the weighted vest?
No, I just think it's 15 pounds.
Well, it depends. You can put 5 pounds on. You can do whatever.
No, I mean, I lift a lot of weight. Like I will bench press 60 pounds.
Amazing. You work out with a trainer.
I did. Paolo Massady, who was amazing for years, but then I just kind of morphed into my own thing just because I don't want to deal with people.
Like at all?
No, I do want to deal with them, but it's like with my kids' schedule and then me just trying to like after I've had a full weekend with my kids, I literally need a day to decompress.
Mm-hmm. Starting something new isn't just hard, it's terrifying. So much work goes into this thing that you're not entirely sure will work out, and it can be hard to make that leap of faith. Trust me, I know. When I started Wife of the Party, I did not think anybody would show up. I didn't think anybody would listen. I didn't know anybody would find me. And Bert just kept saying, just take a leap and people will find you. Now I know that I was right in believing in myself and launching my podcast business despite all the fears and hesitations. It also helps when you have a partner like Shopify on your side to help. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. From household names like Skims, Gymshark, Heinz, to brands just getting started. We use Shopify here every day at Birdie Boy Productions. Tackle all those important tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics and more. No need to save multiple websites or try to figure out what platform is hosting the tool that you need. Everything is all in one place, making your life easier and your business operations smoother. And did I mention that iconic purple Shop Pay button that's used by millions of businesses around the world? It's why Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. It also helps boost conversions, meaning less carts going abandoned and more sales for you. It's time to turn those what-ifs into cha-ching with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/wife. Go to shopify.com/wife. That's shopify.com/wife. Cha-ching! I think something that people are not honest about, right?
Yeah.
Is that I am a child of divorce. My parents divorced when I was 7.
Oh, wow,
so there's a lot of positives to that, right? There can be. If you craft it right for yourself, with your partner, and for your kids, there can be a lot of positives where you can take a day and reboot and be in your own space and have some peace. And if you're an introvert, you need to recharge by being alone, you can do that. When you're married, there's none of that happening. That is not happening.
You have to
you have 3 kids and not 2. And then that's happily married. I'm super happy.
That's a great thing that I love about you and Bert though too. I think I told you this when I met you.
Maybe. I don't
know.
know.
Just that I love that when you guys were first getting serious, you were like, I don't know if I can do this. And then somebody said, if you can do this, you're going to go on the best ride of your life. But you have to understand that he is who he is. And I think that's just the greatest gift that you gave yourself, but then also him. And I know, I've been married twice. It is work.
Yeah, it is work.
It is not easy. It doesn't just magically happen that you have this fantastic marriage.
No, it doesn't. It is work.
And I feel like that's helped me a lot in relationships. I haven't been in a relationship since my second divorce because I know how much work it is and how you have to really be more mindful of your partner, I think.
I think you do. But that has to be working in reverse also. Or at least I'm kind of an air fern. I don't really need.
Wait, what's an air fern?
An air fern is a plant that only needs air. Does not need soil, does not need water.
I just learned that today.
Yeah, there you go.
I just learned that today. Wow.
I'm a little bit of an air fern, and I think it's probably maladaptive from having to be an air fern as a child.
Well, I'm that way though.
But I'm pretty comfortable in my air fern. So Bert doesn't think about or consider me as much as I do him. And I don't
but
feel like
that's because you
it's
had
unhealthy.
to do that as a child,
Yes.
like crazy. Same.
Yes.
I'm very good at taking care of other people.
100%. And I'm actually really good at taking care of myself.
Yes.
And I don't need.
No, that was part of my problem.
Yeah,
though,
same.
Too, is that I'm like, I got it.
Same.
I can take care of myself.
Same. And then Bert will from time to time go, I'm pretty much not necessary in your life. And then I go, pretty much, but I mean, you are,
Yeah.
but you're necessary to me in a very different way than I'm necessary to you.
How is he necessary for you? Because I have a feeling I know what it's going to be.
I know what it is. I needed
I wanted to write down on the paper like what I think it is. But
do you want me to go la 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 and you say it out loud?
But you're not going to. Yeah. I think it's that she's like, he allows her to be feminine and like the hugging, and he's so like big and gives her hugs and stuff like that. And then also gives her structure. All right. Okay, let's see what he says. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't wait to hear what you said. I needed to know that someone would never leave. That that I trusted and believed and was honest, and that I had a lot of fun with. I needed my life to be fun.
Yeah.
I was always fun, and I wasn't always in a fun circumstance.
Yeah, same.
So, but really knowing that, and someone who liked me exactly as I was, because I am not normal. And I don't mean that I am so cool. I mean, like, I don't have a normal background. I don't have a normal. I have a little bit, everything's a little bit
That's
off.
good. You shouldn't be for everyone.
No, I'm not. I don't think I'm for anyone. He always is like, you could be with anybody. And I'm like, I think I could, but I wouldn't want to be.
Yeah.
So I would bounce. I'd be like, I'm bored. See ya.
But see, fun is, Bert and I talked about this when I talked with him too. Like, I need somebody that's funny and fun and likes to be light and is looking for that and wants good vibes. And I'm attracted to people that are really happy. But I wanted to tell you what I said.
Yeah, tell me.
I said, I think maybe that along the lines of that you're like he's like a soft place to land, like, and can be affectionate with you and hug you and be like, allow you to be feminine. Is there any of that in there?
No. No.
I'm projecting that.
I'm not the feminine one in this relationship. Oh, no. I am definitely his soft place to fall. I am where he comes for cuddles.
Aww.
No, it's so funny. I am not in touch with needing that.
Yeah.
And maybe I do need it, but I don't feel lacking.
No, it doesn't seem like you guys are struggling in that department.
No. I mean, there's sometimes when I will he's such a big human being that I'll crawl in his lap and watch TV. But, we'll just.
But do you understand that for me, I'm just like.
But that happens maybe twice a year. So it's not every Friday I get in his lap. No.
It's like, oh my God.
No, it's not that much.
Oh God, I am an air firm. I'm totally projecting onto you.
Are you? Because
yeah.
You need a soft place to fall?
Oh yeah. I've never had that. I've never had anyone that took care of me. Does that make sense? Or
it does.
From when I was a little girl, I was like, oh, I'm going to make enough money for everybody. Because I'm never going to have to rely on anyone.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I created that. And and it's, I've looked at that I need to allow people to do that.
Yeah, that's the key, is the allowing, right?
Yeah.
It's the being open to receiving that.
Yeah.
To trusting the universe that you're not, all these things you've built your life on, which are really strong, powerful, positive, empowering things, won't fall apart if you allow someone to do that for you. It's hard to trust that.
Yeah.
As someone who's only relied on themselves.
Yeah. So it's great when you meet people that are masculine, I'm not saying, it sounds terrible. Like my last two husbands were not masculine. But it just was a different dynamic.
Sure.
But it's, but I just love you and Bert.
Is that what you learned? What do you think you learned most from your two marriages? What did you learn?
I think that I learned that I am a big people pleaser. That I will take care of everybody. And then I think I started to realize it's sort of like I had to start asking myself, well, what do I want? What do I really want? And when that started becoming a problem in my, relationships, because I don't want to pin anybody down, but
of course,
I had to really, and I'm still learning to say, what do I really want? Because I will do my life by committee. I have great girlfriends and wonderful support. And I will ask everybody what I should do. And I'm saying I was doing that. And it's been so great to develop this. So what I learned is to ask myself first, what do I want? And even with parenting, what do I think is best?
Where do you think that came from? Where do you think that not listening to yourself came from?
I think it came from, I think it came from growing up in a chaotic household. I was taking everybody's temperature all the time to make sure I didn't upset anybody. And I think it came from, I really do think it came from that. I mean, even in my, it's so weird because in my work, in my career, I'm very confident. I'm like, oh no, I know exactly what I need to do here. But it was because I was trained that way. To I had a professor, this wonderful professor, Ed Vaughn, at my college that said, this is the problem. You keep wanting to do it the way we want you to do it. He goes, and what you need to do is figure out exactly how you want to do it. And trust that. He's like, because I guarantee you, if you trust that, if you like it, if it makes you laugh, if it moves you, someone else is going to find that, as long as it's authentically you. So it's like that thing where I, along with asking myself what I want to do, it's being brave enough to be completely authentic. And that's gotten a whole lot better over the years.
It's hard,
especially
to do
with
that.
Kids.
Yeah. Oh, especially with kids?
Especially with the kids, it's gotten better.
Good.
Because I just want them, oh my God, always to say exactly how they feel, exactly how. Just the other night, here, I'm going off on a tangent. So wave the white flag if you're like, Rachel, come back to topic. But I was having some anxiety about a situation and was feeling like I wasn't really being present with the kids, and we were eating dinner. And I just thought, oh, well, I've been told to share with the kids exactly how I'm feeling. And Henry, who's 9, Otto, who's 7, sitting there, and I go, you guys, I'm having some big feelings. And they both went, what's going on? I said, I'm just having some anxiety about this situation, and I want something to happen, and I just don't know if it's going to happen or not. And Otto goes, Mama, sometimes I do this when I feel anxious.
Oh.
And he started doing this. And I was like, yeah, he goes, it just kind of makes me, he didn't say it just kind of, he goes, it helps me be present, because he has ADHD and, they're working on all their regulation stuff. And then Henry too is like, Mama, just take big, deep breaths. You have to he goes, you know how you tell me to blow out candles? He's like, just breathe in, breathe out. And then we just started this whole conversation about how hard it is to regulate our emotions sometimes, that we feel these things so deeply, and yet we're taught to hide them. And I think for me, that's the most important thing for them. I just always want them to be, oh, this is a feeling. I don't necessarily have to do anything about it.
And feelings aren't always fact.
No.
So
they're never.
They're rarely
facts.
When the tiger's chasing you and you're afraid, that's a fact.
Yes.
But other than that.
Yeah.
So I think it's good for kids to see their parents process normal, regular, healthy emotions.
Because I don't think you and I grew up that way.
No.
No, everything was hidden. Nobody's supposed to know your business.
No, nobody knows your business for sure. And my mom, lied a lot, just blatantly in front of me, where I'd go like, that's not true.
Which is so horrifying.
Confusing when you're 7.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, I know that's a lie.
Do you remember like what's one of the biggest lies? Or not biggest, but just like what would she lie about the most?
The biggest one I remember is my dad is a mechanic, had his own shop, and he would buy wrecked cars and then fix them. But they have on the title, they're listed as totaled. So it's a totaled car, but it's safe. It gets inspected and it's like, okay to get back on the road. Okay. So he fixed my mom a totaled car. And we were in the back. I mean, I'm in the shop with my dad watching him fix this car, and she's trying to sell it. And he goes, has the car ever been totaled? And she went, nope. And I went, my dad fixed this car. Totally, it's been totaled. So she's misrepresenting this car. And I was about 8.
Yeah.
And I still knew that was a lie. But she did a lot of things like, she would return clothing and they would say, has it been worn? And she'd say, no. And I'm like, you wore that like 4 times. Yeah. So that's a small lie, but I just remember
Henry and Otto,
as a kid, a lie's a lie.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if you say, I took 2 strawberries or 1.
Yeah. It's
I
still
took 1 strawberry. It's like, and Henry and Otto, we're in that age where all they do is go, you lied.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I didn't lie. This situation changed.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to be able to do this or X, Y, or Z. But yeah, it's a big deal.
It was a big deal. Yeah, she was like that always. Stealing things. She'd have me steal things. Like she loved sugars, shakers, and like serving spoons and like big knives.
From restaurants and stuff, like sugar packets and things like that.
No, not packets, like the glass jar that you pour sugar out of. She'd have me steal that kind of stuff.
I'm so sorry that you had to do that.
It was crazy. It was bananas. So I was like,
But that's also like a real lack
of ethics.
Or no. Yeah. But I mean like lack, like I've got to have more because I'm not going to get it. There's not enough. Like we don't have enough sugar. Did you guys have sugar?
Oh yeah. We were not poor. For her, it was like.
The thrill of it?
I'm going to get one over on the man.
Oh.
Everything was about getting one over on the man.
That's exhausting.
Yeah. And I was like, why do you need to get one over? Why don't we just buy?
We have the money.
The sugar shaker. She didn't want the sugar because we weren't allowed to eat sugar. She was macrobiotic. So
wait, your mom was macrobiotic?
Mm-hmm. My mom was hardcore into transcendental meditation, vitamins. I took 21 vitamins a day. She used to make me drink niacin like on the regular where you're like flush, and I could have no sugar. I could have no processed foods. My lunchbox was like banana chips and organic, fresh pressed peanut butter. I was like in Uncle Buck where he pulls out like the boiled egg and the thing in the mayonnaise jar. I was like that, except like it was alfalfa sprouts and I had to grow my own alfalfa sprouts.
No, I can't.
Like hardcore Mahishi yogi.
Wow. Do you think you got anything positive from that?
I got a lot of positive from it. She really cared about her health. And I really care about my health. Mm-hmm. She wasn't afraid to go into the world of like supplements or off the beaten path of how you take care of your health. Mm-hmm. She made me meditate when I was young, and I have such a disdain for it now. Oh, God, however,
I believe it.
The flip side of that is, I do believe that connection to spirit and universe is very important.
Absolutely.
I'm
1,000%.
just not going to sit down for 30 minutes and say the same word over and over again for 30 minutes. Yeah. I'm not doing that.
There's other ways that you can connect.
Yes.
And also it's a feeling.
It is a feeling, yes. It's a knowing sort of. I learned a ton from my mom. I learned a ton about who I don't want to be.
Yeah.
And she was... And she's very gregarious. I'm actually much more personality-wise like my mom. Mm-hmm. I just would never make my children steal, and I would not blatantly lie.
You wouldn't?
Kind of
Why wouldn't you?
I know, right? Oh.
Can you imagine, though? Like, we think about some of the things that our parents did to us, and it's just like, and then, but also, the thing that saved me with my mom before she passed, we had like this great, I was like, you know what? I had to do ass loads of therapy. I don't know if you did anything like that.
I'm still in it.
Okay, yeah, same. But it was, you know what, if she had known how to do it differently, she would have.
100%.
But our parents weren't asked. They weren't allowed to say, I don't know what I'm doing.
No.
They had to act like they knew everything.
Yeah.
And my mom grew up in an orphanage, no parents.
Aww.
So I had to like extend her grace later on in life, like, oh God.
Yeah.
And it's too bad that she's not around now just to see with the kids, because it's like there's so many things that I want to say to her, but I know she knows. Like, oh my God, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it now. It was a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm doing completely different things with my kids.
Isn't it fun?
Yes.
To make that different new choice?
Yes.
It's kind of exhilarating.
Yeah.
And empowering in its own way, and exciting and fun and a win.
And also to like still like include my parents in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know, Tyler, do you know Tyler Henry?
Yes.
The medium. I don't know
Yes.
how you feel about mediums and things like that.
I love mediums.
Okay.
Hardcore, believe.
I always feel like I can connect to my parents. I have this great, cute little story that I didn't think I was going to talk about, but I'm always talking to them, and it's weird.
So they're both passed?
But yeah, I had two. My biological father and my stepdad. My stepdad raised me, but my mom passed just before my second son Otto was born. And I always connect with her and talk to her now, and I feel like we have a better relationship now. Or easier. I don't know. But and I always do it in the bathroom. It's very weird when I'm like washing my face at night, a lot of times I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm like nude or whatever.
She doesn't care.
She does not give a fuck. No. So but I talk to them all the time. And just recently, yesterday, Otto was playing basketball at his school after school. And I went to pick him up and he's like, watch this. And then he started playing soccer. And he's doing like this really cool Pele flip thing with his feet. And he loves it. And my stepdad coached my soccer teams all through grade school. And I didn't know then how meaningful it was, and what that was my stepdad, that whatever. He coached the team. And I said to him, oh, Otto, you know who would really love that I wish could really see you doing your Pele soccer kicks or whatever. And I said, oh, and he goes, Grandpa Gary. And I said, yeah, I really wish he could see it. He'd be so happy. And Otto just looked at me and he goes, he does. And I don't say things to them like Grandma and Grandpa are watching you.
Yeah. They just know.
And that's what I knew when I was a kid. We didn't go to church. We went to Presbyterian school, but there was something in me that was just like, oh yeah, it doesn't have to be like this. It's not going to be like this when I get older.
Right.
But it wasn't like I hate them. It wasn't like I hated my parents, but it just was like that inner, that there was something bigger than myself.
Oh,
and
definitely.
I'm wildly attached to it in my adult life. I don't know how you feel, but it's like.
That there's something bigger than myself?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm wildly attached to it too.
Count on it every single day.
Yes. It's called faith.
Yes.
It's what it is.
Yeah. I'm like, but yeah, we've never talked about that, but it's a big deal for me. I feel like everything is.
It's everything.
Everything.
Faith is, I've said this recently. I knew I liked
back.
You. I know. Same.
You ding dong. I was like,
same.
Come on.
Well, I said this a long time ago and forgot about it. And then Christian, who you just re-met, brought it up to me last week, where I really believe you walk in either fear or faith.
Yes.
And it's your choice. And there's only the two.
Yeah.
There's no middle.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to live in fear. I'd rather live in the true, like, knowing that I am taken care of.
Yes.
That
whatever happens in this situation,
whatever happens,
it's going to be for my good.
Exactly right.
And if I lean into that,
yes,
it's going to be amazing. I mean, like, it's the only thing over the past few years that I'm like, okay, all right, God, if this is the way it's supposed to be right now, I'm down.
Then let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, I feel the same way, and I believe too, you have to feed that, right? In the way that you behave, in your own ethics and morals, and how you are of service to other people.
Totally of service. It's like that thing. Look at me, I'm so excited, but it's like I feel like, and I know that you're this way because I've seen you in action, like just whatever. It's that same thing. It's like the way you treat. It doesn't matter all of the stuff that you get, right? It doesn't matter. The way you treat the waiter in the restaurant or the custodian is the exact same way that I would treat Robert De Niro. 100%. And I know that I'm saying Robert De Niro, but that for me is like, everybody has I get choked up. Everybody has a parent.
Yes.
Every single person has a parent that's like, I just want them to be liked. Or I just want people to be kind to them. And it's not that you're not going to lose your shit with somebody that treats you bad, right? We're going to try to like extend grace to everybody. But I think that's the thing, like when I'm in fear about something, you say, I have a lot of fear about this. What am I afraid of? What's going on? Okay, well, I can't control that situation. I have no idea how it's going to turn out, so I can obsess negatively or positively. I might as well obsess positively. And no, it may not turn out exactly what I think it's going to turn out. But
faith will allow it
1,000 times better. Yes.
To turn out how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And the thing about someone treating you badly, and my opinion is you are actually not in your faith by not addressing it. You have to address it. Doesn't mean you have to be nasty or an asshole, but you must address it, because
you have to hold somebody accountable when they've done something wrong to you.
Because if you don't, then you are not in faith. You are in fear.
Well, yeah.
You have to, even if it's the
even
asshole
if you attempt,
who flips you off,
Yeah. No, I believe in even saying something went down. We need to address it. I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
You have to put it on the table.
Yeah.
Somebody may not meet you.
That's right. And that's not on you.
No.
What's on you is the not addressing.
Wow.
Right?
That is really powerful.
Oh,
like it's walking in my, no. But it's like, you hear it.
Well, avoiding, what you're avoiding is what you need to deal with. The thing you dread and the thing you avoid is the thing you need to deal with.
Yeah.
So why waste I struggle with this with Bert so much. Bert will not go to the doctor. Like just a checkup. And it's so much dread. Yeah, and there's so much avoid.
I know.
And where's the faith in that?
Yeah.
Right? You have to go get a checkup every year, once a year.
You have to get a colonoscopy.
You get a physical, you have to get a colon. You have to do it. Why would you avoid that? Then you're walking in fear.
Yeah.
And confrontation doesn't need to be nasty. Confrontation can be just meeting a challenge head on, whatever that challenge is.
Yes. Presenting, this is what happened. I'm not happy about it. I would like to have a conversation about it. It hurt my feelings. It doesn't have to be.
You're an asshole.
Right. It doesn't have to be that way.
No.
It's just, isn't it weird though? I know that there's situations that I've accepted.
Oh, 100%. Me too.
People that I've been in relationships with or whatever that I have found repeatedly have done things and I've taken it.
Same here. Even today, hey, I'm not without fault. I still walk in fear.
Yeah.
It's all about your intention and doing your very best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have people, especially, when you work in this broader community of comics and agents and managers and this company, I have 11 employees here and no one's ever going to be exactly right.
Yeah.
You just have to do your best.
Yeah.
And if you can do your best and still have some of that riffraff, then you're okay. You can't walk around confronting everything. What an exhausting day that would be.
Exhausting. It'd be exhausting.
Right? No thanks.
Oh my gosh.
No thanks. It's just at a certain point, there's diminishing returns in those kind of, we bump each other, but I can handle it.
Yeah.
Is different than we bump each other and I'm no longer handling it and now I'm avoiding handling it.
Yeah.
Then it's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're never going to see eye to eye to everybody.
No.
How boring would life be if you did?
I know.
Right? So
and that's
boring.
the thing. Everybody's supposed to have different opinions and approach things differently. I guess it's just knowing that, that doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Let's try this.
You had kids later.
I had kids later. Yes. I think I know for a fact I was scared of having kids.
Were you?
Yeah.
Why were you scared?
I was afraid. The way that I brought up, and I've talked about this before, my mother was very rageful and physical when she would get angry with us. And I could feel that knee jerk in me. And it scared the shit out of me. And I was
you're wired to go there?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I needed to do a lot of work on that and look at that and take the shame away from that.
For sure.
And instead be like the fear of that, right? I had to love it and be like, that's okay. This is who you are. This is a challenge. This is an opportunity. And so that was a thing too that I was getting with Tyler Henry, is that I was saying to him something about my parents and that I was changing the way that I was doing things with kids. It wasn't even about my kids. And he came back and said to me, your parents just want you to know they see what you're doing, that you're changing a generational trauma, and that they're handing you the baton and saying, we see what you're doing and we support you and we love you. And it was like an ugly cry moment.
Oh, that's amazing.
Which was great. But it's that thing where I didn't want to, if I talked about it too much, I didn't want to be, nobody understands that I love my mom, that I understand her, that she did the best that she could. She gave what she got. And that there wasn't the wealth of mental health and support that we have these days. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like I wanted to make sure that not that I wasn't ever going to get angry. And I had to start out with that. Like, I'm allowed to be angry with my children. Because at first I was terrified of being angry.
I could see that.
And then it was like, oh, I can be angry. Okay. I don't ever want to scare them. It's like, well, you need to let them know that they can't run out into the street. Tell them, so it was like this whole thing. And so I was terrified, but then I met their dad, and he really wanted kids, and I was ready. I had done so much work, and then I couldn't get pregnant. I'd come to find out I would never have really been able to get pregnant. Saved me, because I would have been a big slut.
If you had known.
Totally. I would have been like, fuck it, let's go. I know. Like, let's fuck. No, but then to make a long story short, my kids were born via surrogate, and they're the best things that have ever happened to me. But it wasn't I didn't meet him until I was in my late 40s, till I was like 40, 46 or something. And then Henry was born when I was 48 and Otto was born when I was 50. And if that doesn't make you take care of yourself,
right,
real quick,
I would imagine.
I don't miss a mammogram. I don't miss any kind of screenings. My biological father passed of colon cancer or complications from colon cancer. And so yeah, I'm happy to drink that nasty shit and then have somebody go up into my, it's never been more important to me to be around for them. Yeah. I would love to see them both fall in love and marry whomever they end up marrying, right? I don't know. So it's just like, I'm on a mission to be around for a long time. Yeah. And I feel great.
You look amazing.
Thanks, lady. But
you do.
This all just doesn't happen.
Oh, tell me about it. I work out with a trainer 3 days a week and it's not enough.
Yeah. No.
And we were talking about, you're wearing this black sweater and I'm wearing this sweatshirt and it's 96 degrees outside. Yes. Because you said you're not ready.
I don't want to sit. No, I'm not ready. Well, a couple of reasons for that. Yeah. I grew up in Ohio. I love a change of season. LA is 24/7 sunshine. That depresses me.
Does it?
Yeah.
Is it too much of a good thing?
Yes. Yeah. It feels like I got to perform. I got to get out. I got to
interesting. You're right. Because when I grew up in Georgia, you start nesting almost for part of the year. And then you're like, I'm out, I'm free.
But I think it's the natural order of things. I think the winter, we're supposed to kind of
contract,
cocoon and get cozy and then slowly come out of it and then be and it's summer. But so I just was I'm not ready for spring and summer yet. It's March.
Yeah. I'm not ready for sleeveless shirts. I'm not ready for sleeveless of anything.
I don't want it. And I have fucking cut arms.
No, I don't. I work them out like a mofo.
Yeah.
And hereditarily, sorry. Well, the only thing that will help me is amputation.
We talked about this too, and I'm addicted to spray tans.
Are you?
Yeah, it's so gnarly. That's one thing Arden and I have in common. We love a spray tan.
Yeah, Arden loves a spray tan.
I got her on that.
I didn't know that you knew her well.
Way back in the day.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then
she's a great human being.
She had life. She went to New York, all this kind of stuff. But it's funny because we had like this very lily white skin that I think it's the growing up in the 80s.
Yes.
Where I went to high school with these girls that would just rock these bikinis and these tans. And I was like in my dad's white t-shirt in a one piece.
Right.
Completely as white as like turtle skin.
But did you
with
not?
a big red birthmark.
You have a big red birthmark?
Oh yeah. My email address is my birthmark.
Oh my God.
I won't say it. It doesn't. And nobody gives a fuck. I could say it and nobody would email me.
No one emails.
But it goes the bottom of my foot all the way up here. And then it comes. Another thing that was great to, and it comes around all the way here onto my lady parts.
Nice.
A red port wine stained birthmark.
It's like an arrow.
It's
right?
Completely like an arrow.
It's a roadmap. Follow me
dude,
up
it's
here.
also horrifying.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like your first time that you're with somebody, like I would have to, we talk about with the kids, like I have to like front load them.
Yeah.
Before an event.
Yes. Listen.
When I've dated somebody, I'm like, listen, I got to front load you. You may see something that you think is a horrible disease. And it's a red birthmark. But I think it's like, I don't know. It's helped me because it's like, I just won't I got to be in a situation where I can tell somebody like, it's not what it looks like. I don't have herpes. Right. All over my body.
On my thigh.
And that should be the headline.
I don't have herpes.
It's going to be, I don't have herpes.
Thank God. I was concerned. Oh, I went to the dermatologist once here and, you get fully naked so they can look everywhere. Yeah. And she came back in the room and went, whoa. I was like,
I know.
Wow. Not what I wanted to hear. She went, you have a significant amount of sun damage. And I went, Yeah. I grew up in the deep South.
Yeah.
In the 70s.
Yeah.
We didn't know what sunscreen was. We wanted to be as tan as possible. Big hair.
Yes.
Dark tan.
Tan
in beds. I mean,
no, but you got tan though.
I did get tan.
I did not.
I did.
I would just burn.
Yeah, I burned. I would burn
peel.
Like first time out of the summer, I'd burn and then I'd tan the rest of the summer.
And then you'd be just like.
And now I'm just one freckle that
I know,
joins.
but I am just one huge.
You are very fair.
I mean, dude, this is. I look at women that are in their 20s and 30s and I'm like, listen to me, look at my hands. I'm a cautionary tale. It's like my hands don't match my face.
Right.
I'm like, wear gloves in the car. And I'm like, I'm not kidding.
Oh
because you
my
will forget
God.
your sunblock. And it's like, but also this whole aging thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting facelifts.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't think I can do it. I've gotten Botox.
Have you?
But I am an actor.
Yes.
But my face moves. You know, I
they do it well.
Wrinkles, but it is a beast. And it's I feel like because I'm an actor, I don't want to get a full facelift. Does that make sense?
Yes. 100%.
Like my dentist was even like, oh, let's give you Invisalign and let's do the whole thing. And I had a dentist, God damn it, sorry. I had a dentist early on that was like, please don't do anything to your teeth.
No, don't.
She's like, they make you very specific.
They do, yes.
It's individual to you and you have beautiful teeth.
Yes.
And I was like, these done. And she's like, don't.
No.
And I'm grateful that I had people in my life. I have people in my life right now that are like, don't.
No.
You're never getting a facelift. And
no.
I was like, but my jowls.
Oh, this.
And they're like,
this is a whole new world.
Oh, this is the whole thing right here. This little button here.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, scoop it out. And then it's like, and then the kids again.
Yes.
I don't want the kids to be like,
Mom. Yeah.
Why would you mess with your beautiful face? Henry will say to women, and when I have a lot of makeup on for an event or something, he'll be like, he literally just looks at me and goes, oh, that makeup makes you look old.
Aw. Oh, sweet guy.
I know. And then other women, like people that have like assessed him or the people that work with him, he's like, you have too much makeup on. It makes you look old.
Oh my gosh.
So I feel like, I just feel like my friends they do a podcast called Talk 50 to Me, and it's Constance Zimmer and Heidi Clements, and I love them so much. And it's like, you guys hold my hand because
But 50 is beautiful. I think we live in a weird world, right? Where we have so many people that are showing up in their 50s with so much work. And that somehow has become a standard somewhere. But it's not the standard everywhere.
No, I go to Ohio.
I was just going to say, I was just in my hometown a couple days ago, and I'm like, I'm looking good. Like, bring my shit on. Mama is a runway model. Come on. This is amazing.
I know.
It's all about perspective.
I know. Well, my friends from high school now on Instagram or whatever will say, holy shit, look at your arms or whatever. And I'm like, I work them very, very hard.
Yeah, right.
I don't eat a lot of sugar. I love tequila. That's the only booze I drink.
Right.
And I love it. But even then I'm like, for every margarita I have a glass of water.
Yeah, for sure.
And then another margarita, but unless it's go time.
Right.
And I'm like, no, every now and then we got to get fucked.
100%. Every now and then you got to really show them who's boss.
Yes. Yeah. No, but what's your drink of choice? Again, we're like this.
My drink, it doesn't matter. My drink of choice at the moment is Prosecco, which is a lot of sugar, but I don't really give a shit.
Well, margaritas.
A lot of sugar.
Like the real good ones.
Yep.
That you're like, oh, this is giving me life.
Oh, I mean, I love our vodka. We have Porras.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Very smooth.
I have the hat.
Very clean. You do?
Yeah.
Awesome. From last time you were here?
Yeah.
I actually really love our vodka, but most of the time when I go to a restaurant or a bar, we're not worldwide yet. We're kind of growing slowly. So at the moment when I go to a bar, I just order Prosecco.
In that company.
What's that?
I said I wish I was an investor in that company.
Well, we can make it happen.
Oh, dude, I don't think I have the capital right now. I'll just give you one of the kids.
Perfect. We'll take your face. It's the face of the brand, one of the faces, an additional bear. But yeah, I love Prosecco. And you know, it changes throughout life. I used to love red wine.
I can't do wine to save my life.
Forget it. Heartburn city.
Head aches.
I have a terrible heartburn. But that's new. That's menopause. Post-menopause.
Does it go? Is it right here?
It's in my throat.
Oh. Because I'm doing this and I was like, am I having a heart attack? Where I'm like, I feel like.
Oh, it's tight?
It's not tight. It's just like, it feels like I have to burp.
Uh-huh.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like angina. It's like I should go. I'm sitting here talking about how I get everything screened all the time.
It's menopause.
I'm telling you.
It is. I never had heartburn until I went into menopause.
I know. It's when the kids stress me out and I haven't eaten anything.
So have you heard this thing about menopause, which is really interesting?
Tell me everything.
Hormonal shifts.
And I love your watch.
Thank you. It's a gift from my husband. Hormonal shifts have caused women in our age group to have lowered tolerance.
Yeah.
For stress, endurance.
Dude.
All your tolerance, just your patience is like, not having it. Something you could have easily endured before menopause is now much harder to endure. And it's actually a shift in chemicals. It's not even about attitude or I can make it work. It's not about that. You're now sitting in a different chemical makeup that can't deal with it.
Yeah.
When I heard that, I actually have been telling Bert everything I'm learning about menopause because I'm like, dude, you're dealing with this. Speaking of anger, my menopause had me have a couple of rage incidents that I don't even really remember, that I got in like big arguments with Bert and went into a place that was
next level, like
complete next level, screaming.
That you didn't
cursing.
recognize yourself.
No. And in the moment,
it was you were right.
in it.
You were right.
100%. Wake up the next morning going, oh my God, I think I was possessed. And would have to say, hey, I am really sorry. And I didn't know it was my hormones until I went to, I see a doctor for hormone replacement therapy, and I was due for an appointment coincidentally after the fourth incident where I started fighting with Joe Rogan's bodyguards because that was smart. Like me. That's the dumbest thing ever where I'm like, don't fucking talk to me.
Wait, what was the situation when we
were walking home from a bar and Bert was not listening to me. And I just went, you don't ever fucking listen to me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm walking, I'm not watching where I'm going. And
I just love that you can say fuck to each other. Do you say that?
No, never. That's why in that moment, I was having an outer body experience.
Yeah.
And then one of the bodyguards was like, "Whoa, don't walk across the street." I was like, "Don't fucking touch me. Don't tell me what to do. I don't need any help." I was like, literally a psychotic person.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, I had my my online consultation to read my blood work for my hormones. And I was like, I need to tell you what happened last night because I'm really upset.
Yeah.
That I don't know what happened. I was not in control of myself.
Yeah.
And she pulled up my blood work and she went, "Let me show you why." This imbalance right here can cause rage episodes in women. I'm not surprised at all. On my agenda was to address
you know what it was that was out of whack?
My estrogen progesterone ratio was wacky.
Yeah.
And she was like, "This is exactly why. We're going to fix this and you're going to be fine." Never happened again. It's never happened again. Never, not one time.
That's amazing. I mean, I've been on estrogen and progesterone since my mid-40s, luckily.
Smart.
Especially for all of the, I love that I'm like,
all the preventative.
For dementia and and for Alzheimer's and things like that, as I can't get my thoughts. So helpful. And I think honestly that's been it's a total game changer. And I'm so glad that I had a doctor that said, "You don't have any cancer. You don't have breast cancer or ovarian cancer or uterine cancer in your family." Mm-hmm. I said, "But my dad had colon cancer." And he goes, "Yes, but that's your father." Mm-hmm. He said, you're still going to be, this is going to help you. It was a female doctor actually that prescribed me the hormone replacement therapy. And it's been amazing. Mm-hmm. I tried testosterone. Mm-hmm. No.
No? Why not?
Bananas.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I'm on testosterone. Why did you go bananas?
Because I'm already kind of like an angry person. I don't want to say angry person. That's not right.
You've already talked about your mom having that little bit of wiring.
Yeah.
Maybe just a teeny bit of wiring.
I think I can get very aggravated or annoyed. That's not even really true. It's like, I don't know if it's a hair trigger, but I found that my patience with my kids, I was like, no.
You had roid rage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. And so then my doctor was like, "Well, we're going to take this back." And it completely
settled.
I was fine. But I was like, I'm feeling sluggish or tired. And it wasn't that I needed it. If anything, when we then tested my testosterone, I naturally have higher testosterone.
Oh, there you go. Mine was in the toilet.
Oh, really?
Mine was like, you're supposed to be like between 65 and 200, and mine was 16.
Wow.
Yeah. And so they were like, "We just want to get you up to like, 100.
Yeah.
So that I just take enough to get me up in the middle.
And what?
Between 65 and 200 or 250.
Yeah. Mine's between 250.
Somewhere around there, 16 and 200
it was a little
or
high
250.
because I think it was like 253.
Yeah. So
and
you got a lot.
But I think it's because I've been lifting weights for so long too, maybe.
When did you start working out with a trainer?
I really started hardcore working out in 2018. And I had always been this 90s girl, right? Where it's like we're supposed to be heroin chic and supposed to be so fucking skinny so you don't eat shit.
Right.
You starve yourself. So I had to learn that by starving myself, I'd slowed my metabolism down, that my cortisol was so high, all of this crazy. And then through my trainer, he kept saying, "You have to eat protein. Mm-hmm. You have to eat more protein and cut the sugar." Mm-hmm. Sugar was the hardest thing to give up.
Mm-hmm, I bet.
And the greatest. I mean, I can still have a little bit of it. It doesn't trigger me. Like I can't, like if once I start with sugar, it's not like I can't stop. Mm-hmm. But the meat has also affected my hormones.
Yeah.
And
positively?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Grounded me.
Really?
Yeah, big time. And then just eating so much more fruit and vegetables. Mm-hmm.
So good for you.
Probiotics too. I take a ton of probiotics.
Yeah, I do too.
But I don't take a million things anymore, like a million supplements. I'm so curious because you said your mom had you take 21.
She had me take 21 when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all vitamin, mineral, calcium. I took spirulina. I took brewer's yeast. I took a multivitamin, A, E, calcium, acidophilus.
CoQ10?
No, I don't remember that.
Wasn't around then.
In the 70s, I don't think so. Gosh,
garlic.
I don't know. No, I don't remember garlic. I don't remember anything like that.
I'm telling you. Let me tell you.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Just like, yeah.
It was
anything that's carried over that you believe in?
That I still take?
Yeah.
I do. I take multivitamins and I take magnesium. I don't seem to need calcium. Everything in my body's kind of okay with that.
Yeah.
Those are the
amazing.
2 vitamins I take. But I'll tell you an interesting thing about a negative carryover about that, right?
Yeah.
To swallow 21 pills 7 days a week when you're 7, 8, 9, 10 is traumatic. So if it's an aspirin or a medication or an Advil, no problem, NyQuil, right on down. As soon as I smell a multivitamin, it does this weird thing. This is so weird.
Oh my God, that just makes my little...
It's really weird. My kid, it's happened to me now once in front of Isla, and she's like, that's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. I'll swallow it, and it will projectile out. Not even throw up. I'm not even gagging.
Yeah.
It's almost like I took a rubber band and like shot it across the room. And I have no control over it.
You're going to need to film that.
I just go,
with
and it comes out.
Bert.
It's really
girls.
bizarre.
It's the greatest, but it's how powerful.
That was, yeah.
I was going to say to you, my mom used to force me to write thank you notes. I hated it.
Yeah.
And it is wild that I have an aversion to it still to this day. I've done tons of therapy about it, but it's just like that thing.
It's that thing. I don't know.
Where you have shame attached to it too.
There's some kind of unconscious, like, no.
Yeah.
My body goes, no. And spits it out. I talked to my therapist about it, and she goes, this is fully unconscious. This is a trauma trigger. This was a trauma trigger. And you're just going to have to decide.
God, I love you so much.
Are you going to keep
I need to see it.
It's pretty bizarre.
I don't care.
Because when it first happened,
I'm all about like, I have
what
weird
was
shit.
That?
Yes.
And I was like, this is my freaking trauma trigger from the vitamins. I can take the progesterone, the estrogen, if it's a pill, it's the smell.
The smell also is weird. Smell. If I smell like Jean Naté.
After Bash Flash. Jean Naté after Bash Flash. Yeah. Yes.
Did you have it in your bathroom?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or Zest soap.
Yes.
My dad, because he built dock boards, blue shirt, Gary, you know, drove a truck, would leave in a beautiful blue shirt, like a blue collar worker.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
He was so handsome and tall and my stepdad was so attractive and my mom, they had the greatest relationship. Anyway, but he would come home filthy.
Yeah.
Like he would leave
pristine
and then come home with oil all over his hands. And I remember he would go downstairs in the basement and he would use that Zest soap to get it off. And I can still smell it. And I remember just being so freaked out by it. So if I smell it, it's just like instant.
Yeah. Smell is really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really powerful.
No wonder you're hacking up that vitamin.
Yeah. It's just the one. It goes, literally, it's like pea soup on the wall.
Sweet. Has anybody ever taken a video of you doing it?
No one's ever taken a video.
Has Bert ever seen you do it?
Yeah. He has. It's so weird. It's like a cat that coughs up a hairball.
Yeah.
I just go, and it just pops out of my mouth. And then I have to go, okay, we're getting this down. For the longest time, I ate gummy multivitamins.
Yeah.
Because that I could do. But then my doctor was like, they're worthless. You're eating a piece of candy. So you got to take a multivitamin. I was like, okay, here we go. It's kind of crazy.
They didn't give you like a vitamin suppository or anything like that?
I'm not sticking a vitamin in my ass.
Never. I can't do it.
No. I draw the line.
I can't.
No. I'd rather hairball spit it out than stick it in my ass.
I would rather catch it for you.
Thank you. In your own mouth.
Drop it.
Yes.
Yeah, in my own mouth and spit it back to you and help you.
Thank you.
With it, because I get it.
Yeah. That's
crazy.
Oh
my God. It's like the trauma that, Or rose. Do you remember that rose milk? The moisturizer that was like.
Yes.
I can't smell roses. I don't like rose smelling anything.
No, I don't either.
I don't do air fresheners.
No.
I don't really like scented candles.
I like scented candles, but roses remind me of old women.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't put anything on my body because it's old women.
No. Can't do it.
No. So many old women at church, when off time that I would go to church with a grandparent.
Yeah.
It's all rose.
Yeah. Church freaked me out though too.
Did it?
Yeah. Well, it was kind of okay, but I made friends at the Presbyterian church, but nobody else wanted to. Like, that's the reason we started going to church, because my friends went to church. You're welcome. You didn't ask. No. I'm just telling you a lot of bullshit.
No, I love this. I don't need to ask.
Yeah. No, but then.
But then wait. So what religion were your parents?
Presbyterian.
Okay. And so they went to the Presbyterian, which is what you grew up in. Okay.
Yeah. But then my biological father married 7 times.
My mom's on her number 7.
Shut it.
Nope. Just married number 7. What? Yeah.
Are we sure we're not related?
We might be.
Good God.
See, we knew we'd be friends.
So, I know. I
when you pulled out of our Christmas party and yelled out the window of your car, I was like, I love her. Love her. This is my type of person.
Didn't I say, see you later, nerds?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
So always.
Yeah.
And the people that are like, yes. But I have friends, some people that were like, I'm not a nerd. And I was like, well, now you're a nerd.
I'm totally
you're
a nerd.
a total fucking nerd now. I don't understand that. Yeah. No, but the 7 marriages.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
He's not.
But he's
not. But
he's an overachiever.
God bless him. He believed in the sanctity of marriage.
He never gave up.
No. And when we went to a couple of his weddings and his kids, and it was just like so surreal and weird. And like, we didn't know him very well. So we'd see him once a year at Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So then going later in life, I was like, I'm gonna be more crazy if I don't know him. So in college, I was like, I have to have a relationship with you. And that was great to get to know him. But then the 7 marriages, that thing was crazy. But I was trying to get to the point that through those 7 marriages, the thing about my dad was that he was this guy. Like, if you and I were going to go to dinner, he would say, where do you want to go? And you'd say, I don't know. And where do you want to go? And he'd be like, I want to go where you want to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you just do this dance round and round and round and round. No one decides.
And it's this thing where my dad was always turning into whoever you wanted him to be because he wanted to be loved. He didn't know, like, no, the second you stop and figure out who you are, you're going to be a magnet for people.
That's right.
To be like, I love you. I want to be with you.
So why were his marriages falling apart? Was he not able to sustain it?
I think my dad had terrible esteem, and I think he fell in love very quickly with women and didn't kind of get to know them. And it was a lot of women at church, at different churches. And so then he became born again at one point. And I was like, this is a lot.
Yeah,
this is a lot to go to Cappuccino in Christ Thursdays at 5:00. Like,
Cappuccino in Christ.
And it was in Huntsville. It was in Huntsville, Alabama.
Was it really?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Huntsville, and I love that. But it was a real different way of life.
Yeah.
And he, I just think he morphed into whomever.
But I'm curious, did he, because at least for my experience of my mom's marriages, I have not been involved. I'm not in contact with my mom. She's still living. But number 7, number 6. Yeah, I think those 2 I don't have any experience of. But I remember 2, 3, 4, 5, where she was a person that was unsustainable. So she became whatever, and then who she really was would come out.
I see.
And then it would fall apart. And it was always
who your mom
his
was.
fault. Who my mom was would come out. And then it would fall apart. And then
it was always her fault.
No.
Oh.
It was, according to her, it was always their fault.
Yeah.
But as I observed it, she was on really good behavior until she could no longer maintain the really good behavior.
Was she using? Was she an alcoholic or a drug
No,
addict?
she was not. She's always been a teetotaler. Total teetotaler. Yeah, never drank.
Wow.
Never did drugs.
Crazy.
No. I think she had a different drug. Her drug was like sex.
Yeah.
this kind of extreme rigidity in how she controlled her life. She was a model too. So she was, very concerned with what she looked like.
Yeah.
So she kept herself really thin. Subsequently, I was very thin. I actually grew 4 inches in college. And my doctor was like, I think you were malnourished. I was like, maybe. Because once I got to college, I was like, I just ate everything. I gained, I was 5 feet tall when I graduated high school, and I'm 5'4".
Maybe that's why I'm so short.
Maybe.
No, I mean, I ate the house down when I was a kid.
Oh, I did it at my dad's.
Oh, see, well, my mom was the person that was like in 3rd grade was like, I remember I wanted like peanut M&Ms or something like that. And I was like, oh, I want these, but 3rd grade, I want these, but I don't know. Like I felt plumpy.
Mm.
And she said, well, you know what, Rachel? When you want to lose weight, you will.
Oh, Lord. In 3rd grade?
Yeah. And so just like that whole, I mean, I feel like our generation, women with food, I don't really believe there isn't a woman that's in our age group that hasn't actively participated in manipulating her food in some way.
I 100% agree.
100%. I think there's not one woman, unless you live in an Amish community and we're not subjected to that whole Kate Moss, which was just genetically who she was.
It's actually even earlier than that, because I think our moms were subjected to, you got to look a certain way to get a man.
Well, yeah.
And, they're in the middle of this sexual revolution and the women's movement, and they're empowered. And at the same time, models had become very prevalent. Twiggy, Lauren Hutton, all these beautiful women who were naturally thin.
Yes.
And then that was the standard for our moms. And then our moms imposed that standard on us.
Did your mom talk to you about your weight or say things to you about your weight?
Yeah. I think when I was really little, I was really skinny. Like my dad used to say, your limbs are just going to break off. They have no meat on your bones. So I ate from the time my dad picked me up from school until he dropped me off. Like I was like, I got to eat for 12 days worth of my mom. So let's just get. And then with her, she would, obviously my mom fed me. She fed me 3 meals a day, but they were,
macro.
Very,
not what kids eat, just all kinds of bullshit whenever.
Yes. And so it was just so regimented. But when I got to be, I was never heavy, ever. Like I graduated high school, weighed 100 pounds. So I was never heavy. I'm 130 now. But I'm very strong, muscular. But I remember her at one point telling me I would never be anything because I was as fat as my Aunt Diane, who was 5'10" and weighed about 260 pounds. And I was like,
I'm sorry.
In the same wait, you're lying about that car being totaled? My brain went, that's not even sort of,
Thank God she lied about the car.
Yeah, right.
Thank fucking God. Now I'm like, I'm like, thank fucking God you saw her lying about that, because you were like, this woman cannot be trusted. There's nothing. And I think I had a very similar thing with where I was like, this is not the way it is.
Yeah, this is not accurate.
Like our internal compass as kids was like,
Yes, my internal compass as a kid was, you're full of shit.
That's right. Me too.
Yeah. And even though I still read the room and I behaved appropriately, I had a knowing.
It's a survival instinct.
Yes, that's different than the knowing that this is wrong.
Yes.
I think where kids who become adults who are very troubled don't have that inner barometer that says, I'm getting along to get along, but I know this is wrong.
Right.
I think they then think that they were bad for feeling that way.
Wow.
Or they thought that the get along to get along was how you had to be. But I always remember going, something is rotten here.
Yeah.
This is rotten.
Yeah. And I even know after my mom would freak out and hit me in rage or whatever.
Which is horrible.
Horrible things. Aww. Yes. But I even knew I don't deserve this.
Right.
Listen, as a kid, you just internally, because you have to stay safe.
You do, yeah.
This is the one person that's taking care of you, so you have to make it okay. So of course there's trauma that comes from that, but hopefully I'm so grateful for everything.
Same.
In my life, because I was able to say, this isn't right. I got to talk about this. and have people look at me and say, you're absolutely right. That's not normal.
And, if you were feeling that way in the moment when you were a child, you had self-worth.
Yeah.
You had it.
Yeah.
You really did.
Yeah.
And so it may have faded as you got older or repositioned.
Yeah.
But the root is there. So then I think if you don't have that, it's really hard to kind of recalibrate back to that core knowing that this isn't right, that I deserve better, more, different, kinder, whatever.
Did you have the feeling that you're like, your mom loves you?
Yeah, I knew she loved me. I had a period of time where I don't know that I would say I didn't think she loved me, but I definitely felt like who I was so out of alignment with who she wanted to a child to be that what love was not possible.
Wow.
But as I got older, I did a lot of work on like forgiving my mom and being grateful for the things. Like I wrote her beautiful letters saying thank you for everything that, who I am and all these experiences. I mean, my dad still lives in my hometown of 1,600 people in rural Georgia. If my mom had never moved me to Atlanta, I would not be here. And there's so much she exposed me to in art. And I mean, she took me to my first comedy show when I was 10 years old. I saw J.J. Walker at the Punchline.
Stop it.
It was incredible.
Dynamite?
Are
you fucking kidding me?
Not kidding. And so.
But also, that's cool, just like on a completely different note.
Yeah, so cool.
That she took you to see a Black comedian in Georgia.
Well, I didn't say that 70s. She was cool with it. Yeah,
okay,
it was cool.
I hear you.
It was about, she thought I was depressed and she thought she would take me to a comedy.
Whatever works. I'm just so happy that it connected you.
It did.
Wow.
It did. And well, I had I didn't come out here to pursue comedy.
No.
It's just a coincidence I ended up with a comic. But I would never have really been exposed to any of that in rural Georgia. And so she gave me great gifts.
Yeah.
But there was a long time where I was like, just love is just not possible here. I love her, but I loved her in such a guarded way. She left when I was 4 and went to pursue modeling in Chicago for like a year and a half. And I think at that point, my little brain went, you can go fuck yourself when you get back. What are you fucking leaving me?
I am
and so
shocked.
When she got back, I was really guarded.
What was her mom and dad like?
Oh,
yeah. No, that doesn't surprise me because my mom's parents, it's like a Tennessee Williams novel or play. What am I saying? It just was like, that's why they were in an orphanage.
Well, yeah.
When she was like 4.
Yeah. Yeah. It was love my grandparents, have a different relationship with my grandparents than they had with their children.
Yeah.
And I think that's not unusual.
Yes, no, not unusual at all.
My grandfather was a World War II vet and suffered from severe PTSD and it was undiagnosed until I was in high school.
Yeah.
And he didn't manage it well. Yeah. And so she grew up in that house.
Yeah.
And I understand her trauma from
you can. Because you're once removed.
I am once removed. I understand it.
God
and I feel
you.
so bad for her for having, that's why she is who she is today. Just like I am who I am from my circumstances. But I don't know. She's an interesting lady. I always say, I hope she's happy. I wish her the best. I don't wish her any ill, but I have in all my years never been able to find a way that we can be in a relationship. And people keep going, people will often say, you can find it. You just got to keep trying.
Oof, and I want to tell those people, I'm going to tell all those people for you right now, you need to take a seat.
Yes.
You let her figure it. No, maybe not. And that's okay. My therapist said to me about my dad who left when I was 2 and I only saw him once a year. And I was kind of like going through all that. And I said, my stepdad came in. And I think my stepdad is the reason that that I have the self-worth that I had when I was little, okay? That he was like, if you ever do anything to Rachel again, I'm leaving you.
Wow.
And so that was enormous.
Yeah.
And he was a great guy and I'm so glad my mother and they found each other. Mm-hmm. But she said to me, maybe your stepdad did you a favor your biological father did you a favor by leaving because he had abused my mother and it was a horrible situation. And she said, maybe that he ended up doing you a favor, that he wasn't able to be with you or be the person that you wanted him to be, because now look at who you are.
Right.
And I was like, that's great. This is very on brand for me. And I'm surprised that I didn't think of it that way before. Because I was like, it's a nice way to look at my dad now.
Yeah, of course.
And just to say, wow.
There are no mistakes.
No, thank you. Maybe you knew something that we all didn't, about yourself. And in that situation, not knowing how to manage it.
Right. There was a higher power at work there for sure.
Totally.
Well, that's you,
if you look at the trajectory of our lives, how can there not? It's just like, it's not even a choice.
No.
It just is in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it always has been.
Yes.
It always has been.
Yeah.
I've always been a person where I'm like watching for the path and for the clues.
And the sign. Do you ever say, okay, I don't know just give me a sign?
Yes.
And I believe in it. And I'm like, and when I do it, it's right.
And they show up and it's right. Yes. I am the same way. I always think to myself, just remain open.
Yeah.
Just remain open. Remain open. And every time something will show up. And most of the time it's something that I never could have imagined.
Yeah. It's better than what you could have imagined.
100%. Yes. Yeah. I never could have imagined Bert. Never would have made him up. Never in a million years. And he is a gift. To me, he's a gift.
Yes.
He's a great dad. He loves his kids so much. And he's great husband. I don't think there's another person on this planet that would love me as much as he loves me. I don't think it would be possible. I don't know how it would be possible.
Well, I mean, it's got to feel like home to you.
He does feel like home. Yeah. He is home.
The positive home.
He is.
It's a new.
Yes. No, he is home. And the older I get, the more that is true. It's an absolute, actually.
I love it because I'm dating.
That's exciting.
Oh God. Oh, I love it. Everybody says that. And I'm just like.
Is it not?
It is, look, I have this philosophy, right? That it's like, okay, I'm going to take people as they are. I believe, what they tell me, but I also have feelings about people. And I'm like, there's something about this that feels right. This person maybe not acting accordingly, but I have to give this space and just see what happens.
Yes.
And that has worked well in a lot of situations. And recently something didn't happen. And my girlfriends were like, well, yeah, no, if he's not going to pursue this, then you just have to give it a second. I was like, God, we had such a great first date. I think that I know he's incredibly busy, right? We know what it's like when somebody's touring. It's not a comic or anything like that, but like when they're touring or they're busy or they're promoting something. And so I completely against what everybody was telling me to do. I was like, I just have this spidey sense. And I was like, God, do I say something? Because I'm not supposed to chase. I'm not supposed to and I said, I don't feel like it's chasing. I'm just saying, this is the deal. This is what happened. I've cut a lot of guys loose because I'm like, I just don't feel that spark.
Right.
And I don't feel like it's kind to lead somebody on. Or I said, because I believe that God's going to bring the person that's interested in being with me and my kids, or to whatever level they can. I understand it's like I'm older and I have little kids, so it doesn't totally match up with everybody's the frame, right? Yeah. The picture perfect frame where you have kids in your 30s or whatever.
Yeah.
Or 40s or whatever. And so I did something that was really what I wanted to do, right? We keep going back to that. And it was amazing because I left this very, you're not supposed to leave long messages or anything like that. And I
Who
just
says?
laid it all out. And I said, so this is the deal. If you want to do this, great. If you don't, great. Totally support that. And then they came back and they were like, oh God, no, I've just been incredibly busy. I totally felt like we had the same connection.
That's amazing.
And I would love to see where this goes or see, and I think too, it's that thing where I think we miss out on a lot of people because we think they have to be in the exact same place that you are in. And I don't think that's realistic at all, man. And so it's like, and everybody has different rhythms and different timing. And there's all these old school rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
That even the dating stuff, like, well, you can't confront someone, if they don't call you by this date, you're done. And I just think, oh my God, this is what is happening. Like, yes, you want to have esteem, take care of yourself. But it's weird to be 58 and feel like I'm a girl again. And that's when I had to go, oh, no, I'm a grown woman, fully realized. I'm allowed to say, this is what I want. This is what I don't want. And even I'm kind of feeling a little vulnerable right now. And I want to know, like, how do you feel about this?
Mm-hmm.
And it's been really eye-opening. And I never thought I would be in this situation at this age.
But you know what that sounds like to me?
What? It's were you going to say transition? Like where you're...
No,
what?
no. I was going to say the Rachel you were describing in your relationships in the past took care of everyone else.
Yeah.
This is a different Rachel who's saying, this is how I feel and this is where I am. Where are you?
Yeah, it's a cognizant choice.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I feel like when you do that, you're showing up with your most authentic self. It's not even your heart on your sleeve. It's almost like fact-based information. Yes. I'm feeling vulnerable. I'm curious about this.
Yes. Curious is like the greatest word.
It is superpower.
I love curious.
Curious is every human being's superpower is curiosity. To just be curious. Because when you are curious, you take out assumptions, you take out judgment, you take out knowing it all, you take out your ego.
Yeah.
You take out every negative to be curious and to say, where are we here?
Yes.
Is so easy, but it's not natural. And I don't know why it's not natural.
No.
But it should be supernatural to just be, what's going on here?
No. And it's also like, God gave us the ability to change our minds. You might be thinking you're going down this path.
Mm-hmm.
And someone may say, you know what, actually, I thought that's the way that I wanted to go, but I don't. And it's like, okay, great. Then just tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me. And that's like the gift that I've been giving myself is you're not doing anybody any favors by not sharing how you really think and what you really feel. And I think that's the core of being intimate.
Mm-hmm. That is the core of being intimate.
I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel.
That's it.
And exactly what I'm thinking.
That's right.
Because in a weird way, it's easy just to like get naked and to have sex. You know what I mean? Like it's not, but
it is. It's the most natural, animalistic base thing that we do as humans.
And it's necessary at some points.
It's fucking fun. It's fabulous.
It's so fucking fun.
It's so fun.
So it's this thing where sometimes you're like, I gotta do that. And gratefully I have a therapist that's like, Rachel, I love this. And also thank you for hormone replacement therapy because it's just like a breeze.
It's a breeze.
Okay, so we're getting off so many topics, but also I do love sleep, that you guys sleep in separate beds.
Oh, it's the best.
I know.
Life-changing.
It's a game changer.
Game changer. I love it. But you know what's really cool about it? And I don't know if we touched on this enough in our episode.
Okay.
We made this deal, right? Mm-hmm. So Bert is such a sweet, soft little soul. In the beginning of our relationship, we woke up together at the same time and chit-chatted. And it was really important for him to start the day super connected.
Yeah.
Kids come and you're like, I'm up at 5:30. I'll see you at 9.
Yes.
You know, I've lived a whole day before you're awake.
Yeah.
And that's how our rhythm kind of started. And then we would connect when the kids were in school because we were home alone. And whether it's sex, whether it's snuggle, whether it's cuddle, whether it's, you know, let's go get lunch, that we made date time because he traveled so much.
Yeah.
When the kids were home, it was all about the kids because he was only there 2 or 3 days a week.
Yeah.
So we made the middle of our day our time.
Yeah.
Well, now as empty nesters and we work in this house together, we're both here like 10 to 6 every day. There's no middle of the day. I work out with a girlfriend. I leave my house at 8:30. He doesn't wake up till 9.
Yeah.
So we had no moment where we had that, let's just connect.
Yeah.
And so he identified it really, and he goes, I think I need to text you as soon as I get up, and you need to just stop what you're doing and come get in the bed with me for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, done. Easy. If I know it's coming and I know that you need it like that, I will stop whatever I'm doing. Absolutely. And do that.
But do you train here? Like, are you in the middle of training sometimes?
No.
Okay.
My trainer's in Chatsworth.
Dude.
And so my girlfriend
I just got sick of traveling too. Whatever.
We have the best time in the car.
Oh, you and your girlfriend?
Oh, we go
that's
together.
Everything. That's where it all happens.
Yes.
That is heaven. So if I had a friend.
Amazing. There's 3 of us. One is traveling often. So the 2 of us. Today, we work out every problem on the planet.
But also working out is good for our brains.
Yes, it's so good. It's so good. And
my friends will say to me, have you had your tea?
Is that what they call it?
Have you had some? Yeah. Well, no. Like I literally have black tea in the morning.
Oh, gotcha.
And then I have some Celsius, which I know is probably
brain
poison.
rot. Yeah.
Oh, it's brain rot. Is it really brain rot?
I think it might be.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
No. It's okay.
Maybe
it's
a
okay.
heart
It's
rot.
okay. It's
I
okay.
don't
It's
know.
okay. But I haven't done a lot of other substances. So
it's okay.
Okay.
We got to have one vice at least.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they'll say, have you worked out? Have you at least whatever that is for that day?
Yeah.
Because I have to move, whether it's just stretching on the days off.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're like, don't think. Please don't turn it on until after you've had some tea and you've worked out.
Right.
And I'm like, yes. And they can tell by the tone of my voice if I call them, even if it's like 1. They're like, you didn't work out. You didn't. What happened?
Really?
I'm like, I'm going. And they're like, you gotta breathe.
So what happens when you don't work out?
Breathe.
What happens?
I feel like I'm just really in my head. Like I'm not breathing. And I like to naturally do that. You know, like I wanna, it just helps center me. And like, and I feel like the movement and lifting or running, I love to run.
Do you?
I do.
Man, somebody better be chasing me if I'm running. I fucking hate it. I hate to run.
I knew you were going to say that. No, I didn't love to run. But then as I started running and I got good at running, I can do a good 45-minute, 50-minute.
Godspeed, my friend.
Yeah.
I will not join you in that game.
And but it's like, it does give you that runner's high.
Mm-hmm, I'm sure.
I'm that weirdo that likes when it's a really hard run that they have the cough the whole day. Like, it's like, yeah, my lungs. I worked my lungs out so hard. I never thought I would be this person. When I was when I was a kid, I was just so like size 10, size 12 jeans.
You were?
Yeah. Also when I was in LA. So in like the early 90s, whatever. And then 90s I was super thin when I was living in New York. Like eating disorder. And then I gave that up, but then I went the other way. God, there's a whole we could do an 8-part series.
I was going to say,
today.
we need to maybe
we got to
come back again.
You got to wrap it up.
I know we should. I know I've had you here for 2 hours.
Has it been 2 hours?
It's been 2 hours. It went like that.
Are you exhausted?
No.
I'm like, I swear to God, I could talk to you for 2 more. We won't do that.
No, but we
I don't
can do
want
it
to take
again
your time.
another time. I would love to hear about your time in New York. I lived in New York too for 4 years. I loved New York.
Like I was there 90 to 93.
I was 93 to 97.
Come on. See, I wish I'd known you in the
Me too. I did not make friends in New York.
Neither did I.
I couldn't find my people. I felt so inadequate. I felt like the dumbest person in the room.
Same. Yeah. I was trying to pretend I was smarter than I was.
So much.
Cooler than I was. My mother took me and we got, it wasn't Granimals. It wasn't. But we got matching like tights. And do you remember the long shorts?
Uh-huh.
And we would wear like button-up shirts with bows and shit.
Yep.
At the Limited or wherever. And my mom and I went and bought these clothes for New York. And I was like, I am the motherfucking shit in these. And I walked into a casting agent's office I was an assistant. I got a job as an intern.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember they were like back then in jeans and like just like some random cut black shirt, like with some cool band on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm so not. I'm so weird.
Mm-hmm.
But I was terminally unique anyway, right? I was like, I grew up, you could smell the alcoholism and the and the abuse off of me. You know what? I was doing everything I could to pretend that I wasn't that person.
Yes.
And now I'm
that person.
Just that person.
Well, something about LA, we should have another podcast. Something about LA, sorry. I showed up here and went, I can just be myself here.
Yeah.
And I'm surrounded by people who are themselves. And in New York, I felt like everyone was like, so when I was at Yale and Harvard and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it's so much posturing that I didn't trust anybody. There was so much posturing.
Did you go to college?
I went to college and never graduated.
Okay. I went to a theater school.
Mm-hmm.
All I wanted to do was take theater.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, I failed all the other classes that were not theater. I remember I don't know how I graduated, but I did.
It was magic.
It was magic. But even then, I was like, well, it was just theater school. It didn't really count. You know, I'm not smart. Like, yes.
We know it counts.
We had it from our upbringing.
It's from our upbringing. Yes. Never
And
enough.
look at us now.
I mean, come on.
Look
so
at us.
Cool. So cool.
That's going to be the name of the title. Like, look at us now.
I know. Everyone, yeah.
Your foot. Do you do that a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, oh, she wants to wrap it up. She's
no,
tired
I do
of
it a lot. And I don't do it consciously. I have to stop myself. And I don't know. I've done it my whole life.
Then you're not getting rid of it.
Well, I hear
people that if it makes them uncomfortable, they can say, am I making you nervous? And then they get to you the story. And then you go like this. Oh, that's Leanne.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know.
Do you know what
I've seen things where it's about like, it's trauma, but I don't think so. I think I've always had a massive amount of energy and I don't know what to do with it. So I've always been like shaker.
It's got to come out
because I have so much energy. I was just at home with my aunt and uncle and I was like, I think I had a lot of energy as a kid. And my aunt was like, are you kidding? I was like, okay, so I'm right. Because she was like, how do you do all that you do? You're always so busy. And I stayed with my aunt while my dad worked. So I stayed with my dad every summer from Memorial Day to Labor Day. But he worked. So I would stay with my aunt and uncle during the day. She was stay-at-home mom. So I had two cousins my same age. So they just, threw me in the mix. But I was like, she's like, how do you get all this done? You have so much on your plate and you're always busy. And I was like, I don't know. I think I always just had a lot of energy. And she was like, oh, yeah. You were like running, jumping, climbing, yelling, screaming.
Did you have ADD or ADHD? Do you know? Were you ever diagnosed or did you ever, you don't care?
I don't think so. I was always an A student. I never had trouble studying. I never had trouble focusing.
Wow.
I never have I can sit down, do a project.
Amazing.
I just have a lot of energy. I think I just run high at a high frequency.
Yeah.
The shaking. I know I saw you looking at it a couple times. I was like,
you did?
Stop doing that.
No.
But it's just I don't know.
No.
It's just who I am.
No,
shake.
Just so you know, I feel so comfortable right now that I was like, "Milady, what happened? What's going on?"
That. Yeah.
Like I feel like we're to that point.
Yeah, we are.
Where I'm like, "What's going on?"
We fast tracked I feel like you're my friend now.
Yeah.
So I'm starting a mahjong
I felt like you
group.
were already my friend, which is
playing
probably
mahjong with my friends.
Yes.
Okay, good. Because we're starting a mahjong group once a week.
My kids are playing mahjong at school.
They are?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to play, but
I don't either.
One of my best friends is Chinese, and she's teaching me how to play Chinese mahjong.
Yeah.
And I guess it's different than American mahjong.
Okay.
And she's very spicy, particular. So maybe I'll invite you to
I like it.
mahjong. You would love
if she's
Sandy.
spicy.
She's so spicy.
I like it if she's like quick-witted and just like really in your face. And
she actually is also probably one of Bert's closest friends also. She's awesome. And I love her husband. We're a great little foursome.
Okay. Well, just, we're
doing ladies mahjong.
Honestly, I'll do ladies mahjong. But the thing that was so great was that the way Bert talked about you. I'm telling you though, when I saw that video, because I knew I was doing Bert's podcast, I was like, oh my God, I love Leanne.
Aw. Thank you. That's so sweet.
But and then the way he talked about you and the way he talked about the girls, I was like, oh, no. No, I'm supposed to meet Leanne. You know what I was like, oh no. I relate to that, which is really attractive if I'm like, you have to be my friend.
Well,
no, nothing screams, I gotta run a country mile to get away from you faster.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Same to you.
Aww.
It's been a really great conversation. I'm so glad you came.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'll have you anytime.
Yeah.
Come back anytime. Good luck with the animated series.
Thank you.
It sounds so fun. When will it be out? It's on HBO and Adult Swim?
It's on HBO and Adult Swim. We don't have an air date yet because they're still, they've done all the animation. It looks amazing. Looks like a Pixar movie, which is exciting. But it's really fun. It's me and I star in it with Hugh Davidson, who executive produces and created it with his wife, Rachael Harris. Rochelle, she'd be like, fuck. Rachael Harris and Larry Dorff. And I've known them from the Groundlings since
cool.
like late 90s, early 2000s. And it's like just going and playing and fucking around with friends.
So there's so much I didn't talk to you about. I wanted to ask you about the Groundlings. I wanted to ask you who you haven't gotten to work with yet that you wanted to. I wanted to know who was your favorite person you've ever worked with. I wanted to know what was your favorite thing about improv. I had all this stuff locked and loaded. But we went in such a natural, amazing, beautiful direction that you'll have to come back for a third time.
I've talked about those things on
I know
other
you
things.
have, but I don't know them.
No, I love Sidney Pollack. Tootsie's my favorite movie.
Oh.
It does not hold up well. It is the whitest fucking film.
It is pretty white.
But you have to understand it's about actors and I love Dustin Hoffman and it was great. But I love Sidney Pollack, like all of Sidney Pollack's trajectory, and he's the people that I loved working with the most. That's fun that it's like tough because there's a lot of really wonderful people that I've been lucky to work with. Oh my gosh. I don't know. And looking at films and then TV shows.
You've had such an amazing career. Films. You've kind of touched everything, right? Improv, film, television, animation.
Yeah, drama.
It's a lot.
It's like there's different things. Like I was so lucky to be in The Soloist with Robert Downey Jr. Just from working with him. And that's where I met I met Stephen Root, who is one of my favorite actors on the planet, and his wife, Romy, who you would love. You guys would be instantly best friends. Like she's the exact same type of people. And then I loved, the great thing about working with Robert Downey Jr. at that point was this was after he'd gotten sober and gone through so much. And we were driving down the street and there was a bus with the convicts, or the people that are going to jail, right? Or they're moving people from jail to jail on the bus. And it was so great because we were just sitting there in downtown LA working on The Soloist, and he just completely off the cuff, we were in a car traveling somewhere, and he goes, oh yeah, been there, done that. And I was like, oh God, I love you. Like I said, because the theme, he's so authentic and was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying here or whatever. And that experience was great. That director was phenomenal. But I got to work with Merv Griffin.
Wow.
On a show with Kirstie Alley, because I'm not a Scientologist. I can't even make that joke anymore. But I was doing Fat Actress with her, and she was amazing and kind. But I was so freaked out about saying, oh, whatever. We're just like, we got to wrap it up.
Yep. But anyway.
Dude. Just be like,
we're done. But thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for
I
having me,
appreciate
lady.
it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'll see you again soon.
Okay, good.
Yeah.